Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Faizal Akbar, NIM 22044411000054. Di sini saya akan berbagi video yang sudah saya tonton, yaitu tentang non-verbal komunikasi. Sebelumnya, mari kita lihat videonya bersama-sama.
Non-verbal communication. In this video, we will understand what non-verbal communication is and why it's important to pay attention to it. We will also learn some ways to make a positive impression on others by portraying the right body language. Have you ever heard the phrase, "It's not what you say, it's how you say it"? Whether we realize it or not, we react to non-verbal signs more than to the actual words people speak. And that's why it's important to be able to read body language of others and be aware of your own body language. But what is non-verbal communication and how does it affect others' opinion of us? Let's find out. Non-verbal communication is the message you send to others through facial expressions, the tone and pitch of your voice, gestures, hand and body movements, and so on. Much of this wordless communication occurs unintentionally, with most people not being aware of the signals they are sending. However, these non-verbal elements have a major impact on how others interpret your message. For example, touching your face, rubbing your nose, eyes and ears, or scratching your head shows that you are not sure of what you are saying or hearing, while crossing your arms can make you seem defensive. Let's look at the different forms of non-verbal communication and what they say about us. Facial expressions. Our face often gives the most obvious and powerful signals. It is able to express countless emotions without saying a word. We communicate happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, and disgust through expressions like smiling, frowning, raising the eyebrows, curling the lip, etc. Most facial expressions positively or negatively reinforce the spoken message and even describe how we feel. Posture. The way you walk, sit, stand and move gives a lot of information about you and how you are feeling. For example, slouching and shrinking back in your chair during a meeting can make you look underconfident or bored, while holding yourself very stiff can be seen as arrogant. A downward gaze or avoiding eye contact while conversing with others can make you appear nervous and unprepared. If you are standing and keep shifting your weight from one foot to the other or rock backwards and forwards, it indicates that you are nervous or upset. It's important to maintain the right posture while sitting too. It's best to sit upright, with your back resting against the back of the chair. While sitting, always keep your knees together. If your hands are not engaged, for example while eating, it's best to place them on the lap. Also, remember it's not okay to put your arm on another person, who may view it as an intrusion of personal space. Gestures. We express ourselves with gestures often without thinking. We point, beckon, and use our hands when we're speaking. For example, clenching your hands tightly could be a sign of nervousness. Rubbing your forehead or earlobes depict feelings of nervousness, for example, during an interview or an exam. Similarly, touching your nose or looking rapidly from left to right when you're talking to a person indicates that you might be lying about something. Fidgeting shows that you are not comfortable. Similarly, drumming your fingers on a desk, tapping your foot on the floor, or playing with your pen during a meeting or a conversation are rude things to do in an office and should always be avoided. Touch. We often shake hands with people when we meet them. Our handshake also speaks volumes about us. A limp handshake shows nervousness and low self-esteem. A very tight and hard handshake signifies dominance and authority. It even signals intimidation. A firm handshake is seen as a sign of confidence and is the best way to shake hands. While a handshake is a powerful greeting and interactive tool, it is best to avoid touching others at work in any other manner. This means that you do not touch them on the arm or pat them on the back while you are speaking to them. Always maintain at least an arm's length of distance when talking to someone at the workplace. Space. Have you felt uncomfortable when someone comes too close while talking? That is because we all have a need for physical space. Maintaining at least an arm's length of distance when talking to someone is extremely important. Standing or sitting too close to others can be uncomfortable for other people and might leave a poor impression of you. Eye contact. Maintaining appropriate eye contact is important when talking to others. It shows that you are paying attention to them. However, you must ensure that you do not stare at the person continuously. Instead, hold it for 4 or 5 seconds, then blink or slowly glance to the side and go back to establishing eye contact again. Especially during interviews and workplace interactions, you must always be conscious of signals that your body is giving. Remember, people constantly evaluate your words and your body language. To make a positive impression on people, pay close attention to your body language and remember the tips we discussed. Once you become aware of your body language, it will be much easier to control it. All the best.
Di video tersebut membahas tentang komunikasi nonverbal. Komunikasi nonverbal adalah pesan yang kita kirim ke orang lain melalui ekspresi wajah, nada suara, gerakan tangan, dan gerakan tubuh. Nonverbal ini memiliki dampak besar tentang bagaimana orang lain menafsirkan pesan kita. Misalnya, menggaruk kepala menunjukkan bahwa kita sedang tidak yakin dengan diri kita sendiri. Di video tersebut dijelaskan beberapa bentuk komunikasi nonverbal. Yang pertama adalah ekspresi wajah. Ekspresi wajah merupakan sinyal yang paling kuat dalam menyampaikan pesan. Ia mampu mengapresiasikan emosi yang tak terhitung jumlahnya tanpa mengucapkan sepatah kata pun. Contohnya seperti ekspresi tersenyum, dan emosi, dan sedih, dan lain-lain. Selanjutnya ada postur. Ketika kita berjalan, duduk, berdiri, dan bergerak itu sudah memberi banyak informasi tentang kita dan bagaimana perasaan kita. Misalnya, duduk membungkuk dan menyusut saat rapat bisa membuat kita terlihat kurang percaya diri atau bosan. Di video tersebut diajarkan postur tubuh yang benar ketika kita duduk, yaitu duduk tegap dan punggung bersender pada bagian belakang kursi, dan jangan lupa kedua lutut harus tetap rapat. Selanjutnya ada gestur. Contohnya seperti saat kita mengepalkan tangan dengan erat, menandakan bahwa kita sedang gugup. Juga seperti melihat ke kiri dan kanan saat kita berbicara, dapat menunjukkan bahwa kita mungkin sedang berbohong tentang sesuatu. Selanjutnya adalah sentuhan. Kita sering berjabat tangan dengan orang lain ketika kita bertemu dengan mereka. Cara jabat tangan juga memiliki banyak arti, seperti jabat tangan lemas menandakan kegugupan, jabat tangan yang sangat erat dan keras menandakan dominasi dan otoritas, dan jabat tangan yang kuat dipandang sebagai tanda kepercayaan diri dan merupakan cara jabat tangan yang baik. Selanjutnya adalah jarak. Di video tersebut dijelaskan kekesalan seseorang ketika berbicara di sebuah ruang kerja karena begitu kecilnya jarak antar kedua orang tersebut. Jadi, yang pasti kita semua membutuhkan jarak setidaknya sejauh 1 lengan saat berbicara dengan seseorang. Berdiri atau duduk terlalu dekat dengan orang lain dapat membuat orang lain merasa tidak nyaman dan mungkin akan meninggalkan kesan buruk tentang kita. Yang terakhir adalah kontak mata. Kontak mata sangat penting ketika kita berbicara dengan orang lain, karena hal ini menunjukkan bahwa kita sedang memperhatikan orang lain tersebut apa tidak. Namun kita harus memastikan kalau kita tidak menatapnya secara terus-menerus. Kita bisa setiap 4 atau 5 detik berkedip atau perlahan menatap ke samping dan kembali membangun kontak mata kembali. Terutama ketika kita sedang mewawancara dan interaksi tempat kerja. Yang terpenting dari semua itu adalah ingat, orang terus-menerus mengevaluasi kata-kata dan bahasa tubuh kita. Untuk memberikan kesan positif, kita harus memperhatikan baik-baik bahasa tubuh kita. Mungkin cuma itu yang dapat saya sampaikan. Kalau lebihnya mohon maaf. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.